Once upon a time there lived a man who had no tan. He lived in Ireland. Dan the man woke up one morning from a dream. In his dream there was a sea of green that led to an ocean of Prussian blue. Then he saw her standing there, a goddess riding the waves into the vast ocean. Dan had drank too much at a pub the night before, so it was understandable that he was not a day tripper. As soon as he woke up, it was 1 after 9:09 in the morning. Rain started to fall onto his imagination, and he was suffocated by reality. Dan thought he saw a plush emerald field as his escape to the green sea under a blue, clear sky. He ate a submarine sandwich smothered with mean Mr. Mustard and cayenne. Right there, Dan had an acid trip, heartburn, and remembered that there was a boat. A boat, yes, a boat to get to his destiny. Dan had some Irish coffee first before going through County Mayo in order to catch up to the boat. He had to walk through fields of high grass to get to the machine. Now it was time to seek his treasure. Boat or goddess, I am not sure. Drunk out of his mind, his boat went wildly down the Irish Sea, but fate intervened. His boat was now a dinghy, crumpled like a ball of notebook paper, but he survived without a scratch, thanks to his appetite for Red Bull. Pretty little policemen in a row came and arrested Dan for being drunk and disorderly. Dan lost sight of his thought candy for a moment. Then a funny thing happened. Dan was singing Irish drinking songs. After several hours of singing them, the guards had had enough. Dan was free to go. By now it was past noon, and his personality was that of Mr. Hyde, and his lust for alcohol was the equivalent of Dean Martin meets Keith Moon, minus the musical skills. The more inebriated he became, the hotter the lady was to him. The alcohol finally caught up with him for the day. Dan rested peacefully until the morning. The next morning, she came in through the bathroom window, and he was excited. They began dating, and then soon after they got married and lived happily ever after in Ireland. Well, sort of. The